Some, I don't looking make invitation to everyone. I looking when I make an album like this. I like have a Paul Sortino because he's perfect for this kind of song. For example, in the past, I play with one song in the album Flamenco Blues Experience with Fran Marino, Mahogany Rush, because I was in tour and the promoter of the tour was friend of Fran Marino. He's talk about me and he do some session for us, And I like to play with very good musician because especially all my heroes was very funny. All the heroes that I meet and I saw in the movie Woodstock, I almost meet everybody from the Woodstock movie. I meet and I play with Kenneth Heath, with Alvin Lee, with Santana.
Santana,
yeah.
Say.
Almost I play with Billy Cox and Mitt Mitchell too.
Who were the Jimi Hendrix's rhythm section.
Yes. I when I was recording Texas Tango, I do the album in Memphis and Austin, Texas. I talking with Jim Gaines. Jim Gaines was the producer of Santana and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Steve Miller Band. He was the producer behind Albert King and Stax and Otis Redding. And he told me talking with him about the produce this album in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta first 3 days only for meet the guy and talking about recording Texas Tango. And I have the idea to do something with Noel Redding and Mitt Mitchell or Billy Cox. And he told me, no, I suggestion to you, if you like, we can talk with Double Trouble, with Chris Layton, Tommy Shannon, and Rich Winner.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's rhythm section,
rhythm session, and to me was incredible. I said, "Wow, this can happen." Yes, Javier. I called, and that moment he called to Rich Winner. He passed me the phone, and 2 months later I was rehearsing and recording with the guys.
Well, Javier, it sounds like you don't stop. I mean, that's a lot of miles, a lot of people, a lot of recording, a lot of concerts, and sometimes you just feel tired and you want to just go to some island like Ibiza or someplace and just hang out and do nothing. And in fact, I mention this because there's a song on your new album, on Hard Time Blues, about just that, about
Ibiza Moon,
right? About hanging out, and Paul Shortino is the vocalist on this song. Why don't we listen to the song from the new album by the Vargas Blues Band, Hard Time Blues, and the song with the vocalist Paul Shortino is called Ibiza Moon.
Let's go.
That was Ibiza Moon, a song from the new album by the Vargas Blues Band, Hard Time Blues. And we're talking to Javier Vargas, the leader of the Vargas Blues Band. What happened back in the early 90s, I think it was, when you put the band together? You decided that you wanted to do because you had also been involved in more pop rock projects like RH Plus or RH Positive.
Yes.
A couple albums in the early 80s, early mid 80s of pop rock. And then you decided to create a blues band and focus on that.
Well, my influence comes from the blues. You know, I think the blues are the roots, and all the other is the fruit. You know, and always I'm professional musician. Sometimes for a living, a guitar player for living. You know, I need to play in many projects to pay the rent, pay my dues. You know, and but it was very hard in the 80s. Convincing some record company to make a blues album. And the 80s was almost impossible thing, you know, until Stevie Ray Vaughan have a big success with the Texas Flood. Any record company don't thinking about the recording any kind of blues artists. Also the people like Johnny Hooker or Buddy Guy or Albert Collins. They play in a small club, some blues festival for the fans, but the industry of the music don't pay very much attention until Stevie Ray Vaughan start to selling 100,000, also millions. All the record companies thinking about have one artist in the catalog or signing new blues artists. And that era start to have again success. Buddy Guy with Jeff Beck, or Albert Collins, or Johnny Hooker, or from England Gary Moore when he recording his Fears, still got the blues album. Yeah.
You mentioned Jeff Beck, and I wanted to ask you about your the project that also featured Paul Shortino, a project a couple of years ago, which was quite an ambitious project because it was not just a CD or double CD, but also a DVD, and it's with Tim Bogert and Carmen Appice, who had been together with Jeff Beck, and you formed the Javier Vargas Bogert and Appice project,
right?
And did this box, a very attractive box set with the DVD. That must have been a lot of work.
No, it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun?
A lot of fun. We make 2 years we touring together in Europe, some gigs in Spain. It was a lot of fun. To me, it was a lot of fun.
You recorded it in Los Angeles?
We're recording in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
And the last,
that's right, Las Vegas.
I do in Las Vegas, the last 3 albums, I do some recordings in Las Vegas. I have many friends, Paul Sortino living in Las Vegas, and was a suggestion of Carmen Appice to go to Las Vegas. We was in an incredible studio outside, and was really a lot of fun. It was like I have a holidays with some people who you admire from your younger days.
A lot of the musicians that you've played with are English speaking, and of course the blues tends to be that's the language of the blues. But you do have songs that you've composed in Spanish.
Yeah, I do.
And there's no problem with that, right?
No, I can. I do. I love singing in Spanish too. I like only when I start, I have only American singer. I was with Philly Goodman, Jeff Espinosa. One is from Chicago. The other guy was from LA. And the language of the I think from when you want to sing in romantic song, you need to sing in Italian. When you like to sing song from Be Angry, you need to sing it in French. But if you want to sing the blues, you need to sing it in English sometimes. But I think the Spanish fits very well in blues and rock and roll. I think it's a very good, rich language to speak for singing the blues. And for singing the rock or whatever.
And the new album includes, it's called Hard Time Blues, and certainly today there are a lot of people are have hard times. And there's a song on the album about the current events that reflects the current events of the wars and the refugees. Tell us about that song, "The Road to Freedom."
Road to Freedom was born after watch in TV the image of the people and the kids crying and dying in the sea, and waiting in the frontier to pass to Europe, and everybody was desperate. Was very was thing to view to as human being.
Uh-huh.
And I talking about this in a song of my music in the past. In 1997, I recorded a song called Illegally. I'm talking the same story. And after many years, 18 years, the big trouble and the problem is still there. Worse.
Yes.
Worse.
Some things don't get better. For people who would like to know more about Javier Vargas and the Vargas Blues Band and your projects, you have a website that they can visit, right?
Right. It's vargasblues.com. 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 To find out more about Javier Vargas and the Vargas Blues Band, their music, their projects. Javier, thank you very much for coming into the radio. You're welcome.
And I think that we should leave our listeners now with that song from your new album, the Hard Time Blues, the song that we were talking about a moment ago, the song inspired or the song that reflects the hard times and the crises that continue to afflict the world. The song "The Road to Freedom."
Okay, thank you.